Hey everyone, my name's Shane and I'm a big baseball fan. Welcome to 3 Up, 3 Down. Happy Canada Day to everybody north of the border, and coming up soon, a happy 4th of July to all our neighbors down in the United States. I love the support that everybody in Canada and the United States has been giving this channel. Greatly appreciate it. If you're into this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button. Major League Baseball is celebrating the All-Star game here soon, but until then, we've got to give our 3 ups and 3 downs for the month of June. So let's get into it. Kicking it off, our first up for the month of June goes to the Houston Astros pitching staff. More specifically, Luis Garcia and Phil Maton. They combined to be the first 2 teammates in the history of Major League Baseball to each pitch an immaculate inning in the same game. For those of you who don't know, immaculate inning is 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches, the absolute minimum. What an absolute dominant effort by the Astros and Garcia and Maton. The immaculate inning is so special to any pitcher. It happens so rarely, and the fact that have 2 teammates in the same game do it for the same team, absolutely incredible. I love watching this type of stuff. So much talent on the mound in these 2 innings combined. Absolutely love it. So for the month of June, Phil Maton, Luis Garcia, for setting Major League Baseball history, you're getting up from 3 up, 3 down. Our first down for the month of June has to be to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. First off, they kicked off the month of June with a 14-game losing streak. That cost manager Joe Madden his job, but it's what came at the end of the month that I find just revolting. The Angels and Mariners got into a brawl and thrown some hit-by pitches, but it's what happened with manager Phil Nevin, who took over for Madden. It's just disgusting what Nevin did. The Mariners the night before were seen throwing at Mike Trout. None of those pitches looked intentional. The next day, instead of putting their regular starter in, Phil Nevin went to a rookie as an opener. And the clear goal of this opener, and Andrew wants, was to throw at Mariner batters. He threw behind Julio Rodriguez in the first inning, and in the second inning he plunks Jesse Winker. This caused the brawl, initiated everything. Phil Nevin knew what he was doing. He's been doing this kind of crap for far too long in the major leagues. He did it as a coach, stirring stuff up with the Yankees. He did it as a player. He's just not the type of guy who should be managing a major league team. Phil Nevin should be suspended a lot longer than he was given. Major League Baseball has to crack down, especially when it's very clear and obvious. You started an opener instead of your starter, and the clear goal was to throw at batters. This is so wrong. John Boyamita even caught it broken down of Andrew Wantz admitting to Jesse Winker during the brawl that he had to throw at him. You gotta be kidding me. Phil Nevin, the Angels organization, this is a disgrace. It's a down for me. Let's get positive again. A big up to the Milwaukee Brewers organization. I've had it with the Angels, but I absolutely love what the Milwaukee Brewers did to show respect for one of their players. They had the opportunity to send Lorenzo Cain down or designate him for assignment, release him earlier in the season. Cain has really struggled with injuries and performance the last few years. The Brewers waited it out until Cain hit 10 years of service time before they designated him for assignment. They gave Cain the opportunity to improve again this year and come back and have a quality year. But when he couldn't produce the way they expected him to, and they needed to move on, they waited a few extra days so they made sure that Cain hit that 10 years of service time. Now, why is that so important? It guarantees Cain gets the full pension from Major League Baseball for hitting those 10 years of service time. I know it's a little thing, but to hear the news that the Brewers waited a few days to make this happen just shows the ultimate respect that they have for their players. I know Cain's made a fair bit of money over his year from the Royals and Brewers. He was one of the best outfielders and one of the most exciting outfielders to watch in his prime. I absolutely love what the Brewers have done here. For the respect for the players and respect for the game, the Milwaukee Brewers get an up from me. Our second down for the month of June just has to be the injury to Phillies star outfielder Bryce Harper. He fractured his thumb. He's going to need surgery on getting hit on a pitch by Blake Snell. There was no intention on the pitch. It just happened to hit Harper in the wrong spot. But anytime that Major League Baseball loses one of its stars, especially someone like Harper who brings so much charisma to the field, I haven't always been a fan, but I really like what he's done since coming over to Philadelphia. He's really embraced his role of being a star and a prominent face in Major League Baseball. It really hurts to see Harper being lost for a couple months. He could have featured in the All-Star game. He could have done so much for the sport the next couple months. Unfortunately, he's going to be injured, and it's really going to affect the chances for the Phillies, a team I've been high on for the start of the year, and it's really going to affect their performance for the rest of the year. So just for the simple fact that we're going to miss out on Bryce Harper at the All-Star game and for a large portion of the rest of the season, it gets a down on the injury to Bryce Harper. Our final up for the month comes from Pittsburgh. Yes, I'm a fan of the Pirates. Yes, I follow their games. Yes, it can be miserable at times, but I really like what they're doing with some of the young players this year in Pittsburgh. But the guy who's getting an up for me is outfielder Jack Suwinski. The guy's come up from Double-A. He's producing in the home run department. And on a day that's all about your father and those days growing up playing catch with your dad, Jack Suwinski hit 3 home runs on Father's Day against the Giants, including the walk-off game-winning home run. What a feeling that had to be for Jack Suwinski to do it in front of his dad and his family. Such an amazing moment. I love those kinds of stories in baseball, especially when you talk about playing ball with your dad and having that reminder of playing catch in the backyard. So that is such a special, special moment. The Pirates are improving, I think, in terms of the quality of their young players. They're an exciting team to watch, I think, right now. Their response, the call-up of O'Neal Cruz. You've seen guys like Bly Madris, Cal Mitchell, Travis Swaggerty's been up for a little bit. It's really an exciting time in Pittsburgh. I know they aren't maybe winning the games you'd expect yet, but it's been a lot of fun to see them the last month. And Jack Suwinski's been a big part of that. So for the month of June, for the performance of the young guys, a big, big up for Jack Suwinski and all fathers on Father's Day. There's your up from 3 up, 3 down. Our final down for the month of June comes from what may be the most frustrating team in Major League Baseball right now. And I'm not just saying that because I picked them to win the World Series. But the Chicago White Sox are an absolute mess. They cannot get healthy. They cannot find a consistent winning streak. The White Sox are really battling. The person that's getting the down for the White Sox is manager Tony La Russa. La Russa just doesn't seem to get the game right now. The analytics have really passed him by, and that really showed in the moment a game against the Los Angeles Dodgers. With an open base at first base and pitching to Trey Turner, he decided to walk Turner on a 1-2 count. It was 1 ball and 2 strikes, and he decides to intentionally walk Trey Turner. Of course, the next guy up, Max Muncy, a lefty pitcher facing the struggling lefty hitter in Muncy, and Muncy rips the ball to score runs, keep the inning going. What an absolute mess from Tony La Russa. Like, what are you doing walking a guy with 2 strikes? If you're going to walk him from the start of the at-bat. I just really don't understand what's going on in Chicago. La Russa has made some really questionable calls. He's starting speed guys at the top of his order. The speed guys can't hit and can't get on base. It's just not working in Chicago. His bullpen has turned into a mess. I think it may be time for the White Sox to look somewhere else and try to find someone to inspire some confidence in this team. There's all kinds of talent in Chicago, but Tony La Russa seems to have let the game pass him by. It may be time to move on. So for some of the really questionable decisions in Chicago this month, Tony La Russa gets it down. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. I greatly appreciate all the support. We're on our way to 50 subscribers. If we can hit 50 subscribers, we'll do a live video one day. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. We can do it this baseball season. So if you're into this kind of content, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and comment down below what you're loving so much about the videos. I love responding with everybody and talking baseball. So the more comments, the more responses you'll see from me. So until next time, take care, everyone.